It's Premier League Cup football. AFC Bournemouth development squad have never got to the quarter-finals. Now is a chance to do exactly that against Sheffield United in York. It's the last 16. The Cherries have got here 3 times before. Let's see if they can go one better tonight. Looking forward to this evening. Let's have a look at the lineup for the Cherries, which again looks strong. And in goal for Bournemouth, as you can see there, Danny Dixon, who started against Birmingham at AFC Tottenham in this competition back in December. And there's another start for the number 9, Eugene Nyarko, who scored twice last time out in the final group game against Reading. Some other good players as well complementing him, with Michael da Costa-Gonzalez, Charlie Stevens and Kobe Motto. So also a place on the substitutes bench, which is good to see for Johnny Day, AFC Bournemouth's joint top goal scorer with Kobe Motto, and he was all out on his own until 3 months ago when he picked up a serious injury. But he's on the substitutes bench with Ethan Sills, Hayden McGann, Zavia Campbell and Balraj Landa. It's AFC Bournemouth against Sheffield United, and Sheffield United themselves have a couple of very familiar faces, including Shi Ogbene. And Ogbene has been a really good winger, playing for a couple of clubs, including an £8 million permanent move to Ipswich for Shi Ogbene, who starts, and so too does Zach Giggs, the son of none other than Ryan, playing in midfield. So Ogbene, Aston, Hampson and Beattie are a very strong-looking front four for the home team. Sheffield United, they drew last time out, but before then they'd won 6 in a row in all competitions. So Bournemouth have got their work cut out. But a reminder, if things stay as they are, not that many ties actually end as a draw in this competition, but if it is all square after 90 minutes, then we will be heading to extra time. And if it still can't be decided then penalties, which means one way or another there will be a winner tonight. Premier League Cup football then. So it's Bournemouth's 7th game of the season in this competition. And Sheffield United are going to get us underway with Sam Aston. As I say, having Bene playing there as a winger for Sheffield United, it means that Alfie Merritt's going to have his work cut out. But Alfie Merritt's had a few good tests at times this season against some real experience in opposition. See what the Cherries can do tonight then. So Bournemouth finishing 2nd in the group, against Sheffield United, who finished 1st, winning all 6 of their group games. And this is the first stage of the knockouts. Who's going to get to the quarterfinals? It's live streamed in association with Esset. Volleyed forward now into the middle of the park from Aston. Goes out to the right hand side. It's not quite going to find Michael da Costa-Gonzalez. Finn Tonks to take the throw. The captain for the Cherries. And here is Aaron Reid. Finds Ogbene for Sheffield United. Goes up against Alfie Merritt. Merritt should get there first. He does there eventually. Been a few left backs in that position this season, including Noah Boutin, who's a loan spell earlier in the season at Sutton. He's now moved on loan at Salisbury. And Sheffield United with Sashdev to take the throw. Away that time from Ogbene, but it's going to be an effort there on the edge of the box from Aston. First effort, which was always going to sail over the bar. So another good test for Danny Dixon in goal for Bournemouth tonight. He's loaned out to New Milton Town in July with Will Upstall earlier this campaign. So he goes out towards Harold William. Susnauskas for Sheffield United. Shai Ogbene trying to get the better of Merritt there. Merritt does well, stands up to him. First corner in the very early stages of this game. It's going to be Aston again to take for the Blades, who won all 6 of their group games. And they've only lost 2 games in the league all campaign as well. Comes back out to Giggs. Giggs out to Hampson. Off the foot there in the end of Nyarko. But it's good to see Eugene Nyarko get his first couple of goals against Reading at AFC Totton. Or at the Performance Centre, in fact, a couple of weeks ago. That was good to see. Hopefully he can build on that as well. So that comes back again to Susnauskas, who goes it left to Hoff for Sheffield United. Who's certainly having plenty of the ball, aren't they, at the moment, inside the Cherries half. Goes out to here. Last time out, Sheffield United drew 1-1 with Crewe Alexandra. And it comes back again to Aaron Reid. Out to Sashdev. Forward to Giggs. Well defended in the end from Christie for the Cherries. So let's see if Bournemouth can deal with this. So a lot of the ball inside the Cherries' territory so far. Sheffield United, who scored 14 and conceded 7 in their 6 group games. So 2 or 3 of them were very tight affairs. Tahir again with the pass. That's going to be too far there for Owen Sampson, who made the run. So Bournemouth finished bottom of the group last season with 3 points. It was in a group with Chelsea and Brentford, though. Really tough group that was that the Cherries are in. They've got 13 and 10 points. They've gone one better this season. I was saying earlier, looking to get to the quarterfinals for the first ever time. Long ball up from Dom Sadi, who's had that loan spell out in Serbia up until a few weeks ago. And Tahir to take the throw then for Sheffield United. Up to Aston. There's Akinboni there, the American. And the Winchester-born Alfie Merritt. It's a windy evening in York. And the wind and the slight bobble on the pitch there, I think, caused that slight hurried clearance there in the end from Danny Dixon. There's Alan Connell in shots, the Cherries head coach. Just about gets there. Goes left-hand side then to Tahir again. Vintonks with the throw. As I say, we often see goals at this level. Just a few weeks ago when Bournemouth were taking on Charlton at the Performance Centre in the league, it was 4-1 at half-time. And that's how it finished in the end. Since then, a defeat against Colchester in the league and a win against Reading in the Premier League Cup. Now, what can Kobe Motto do here for Bournemouth? He's got options. One of them's Nyarko, just gets away from him. Offside anyway, as the flag goes up. Free kick to Sheffield United, but that was better from Bournemouth. First time they've probably got the ball inside the Sheffield United penalty area. We all know what Kobe Motto can do in those positions, down the left wing. It's been the club, Kobe Motta, now a couple of years. Spent 9 years at the Arsenal Academy, released at the age of 14 before signing that 2-year scholarship at Pompey. Left from Hampson to here. Here's Hoff, goes out to Aston then for Sheffield United. Here's Giggs. And the Welshman finds to here again. Just offside there though. So I think generally, very early stages, but a lot of the ball in Bournemouth's half at the moment, soaking up the pressure well. We did see Kobe Motta though a couple of minutes ago down that left-hand side, getting the ball in the box. The flag did go up. And those two, when they played together, have been as solid as a rock this season. Those two centre-backs, Harold William and Akinboni. There is William with a pass. Back from Sadie. Sosnauskas, the captain for Sheffield United. Lovely stadium though, York. York City themselves moving into the ground a few years ago. We were in Bootham Crescent, and it was a lovely multi-purpose all-seater stadium. Currently in the National League, looking to win promotion this season to League 2. And it's a fair old way for Sheffield United to go, despite this actually being a home fixture for them. And there's a foul there from Harold William. So this is the 13th edition of the Premier League Cup. And it's pretty much how the Champions League used to be. You've got 32 teams. 8 groups of 4. Everyone plays each other twice, and the top 2 qualify for the last 16, one-off ties. And that's where we are today, with Group A winners against Group B runners-up. As it comes back to Thaxton in the Sheffield United goal. Old Benny, one back from Motto. Sashdeb to take the throw. Sosnauskas has got Hofbot next to him on the left-hand side, goes further out to the left to here. And get past that Christie as well, who turned 16 last week. The midfielder, who's had experience as well, talking of which, the Bournemouth midfielder with England under 16s as well. Stevens can't quite get there. Very early stages, of course, but you'd say no one's had a real major chance as of yet. Maybe Bournemouth will get one here. Here's Merritt with a pass. Here he is again. And the header, oh, that's a brilliant header. It's absolutely fantastic. What about the delivery? And the header at the back post from Nyarko. He had it all to do, didn't he, at the angle? But what a brilliant header it was. And it's advantage Bournemouth in the Premier League Cup. One step towards the quarter-finals, which would be the furthest they've ever gone. And credit to Merritt with the ball. A brilliant build-up. And what a difficult header to A, get on target, and B, find the back of the net. But that's exactly what Eugene Nyarko has done on the back post, and it's his third goal in 2 games in the Premier League Cup. Let's have another look at that again. I mean, it's a great one. It's the perfect delivery. But again, the angle to manage to head that on target and to leave the goalkeeper. Thaxton with very little chance. Not easy to do at all. And lovely build-up and lovely run down the left from Alfie Merritt. The pass to him as well allowed him to find that space to deliver the cross. And just as I said, 30 seconds before. No real chances as of yet. There goes the first. And Cherries take the lead against Sheffield United in York. Free kick to Sheffield United. Well, Yuji Nyako was one of 13 players announced in that first intake of Scholars last summer. And he's really taking its opportunity now at this level. Sheffield United looking for an instant response. Well, what a start for the Cherries. It will be Aston then with a free kick. Can certainly hit them from here. To his left is Aaron Reid. Will be Aston. Goes back out to Sosnauskas, to Sashtev. Cut out, and here come Bournemouth again. Motto's always looking dangerous already in that left-hand side, making 2 or 3 good runs. And again to Costa Gonzalez. Finds Tonks, who wins corners in, goes out for a goal kick. But it does go out for a corner, in fact, for the Cherries. So a corner for Bournemouth, which is going to be taken again from Dom Sadie. Takes all the corners when he's playing. It's the Cherries' first one of the evening. Now, if you're just tuning in, that goal 2 or 3 minutes ago. Nyako at the back post. Swung into a dangerous area. That could have gone anywhere. Goes Bournemouth's way then, Finn Tonks. He's had a few league appearances now at Farnborough and at Torquay United. And he's been ever reliable this season, as ever. As part of the development squad. Cleared from Tahir. Switched out to Motto. Plenty in the box. Comes back to Christie. Christie out to Merritt. Here's Sadie. Christie again to Stevens. Motto. This is brilliant so far for the Cherries. Motto's cross. And again against a Sheffield United team who've not actually lost since early November as the Blades win the free kick. They've won 7 in a row in all competitions before that last week's draw against Crewe. Last defeat in all competitions was on the 4th of November. So far so good for Bournemouth. Delighted to bring you this stream tonight with ESET, AFC TV in York. Sheffield United against Bournemouth. Sheffield United as well, they top the North Group in their Professional Development League with a really good points tally so far, 38 points from 16 games. They've dropped just 10 points with 2 draws and 2 defeats. Out from Hampson. Could have been dangerous there. Stevens there with the high press. Here, cut out there from Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Aston. Well, we've seen Michael da Costa Gonzalez hit a few decent strikes as well in the last 2 or 3 months for the Cherries. I think he had that lone spell at Hartlepool earlier in the season. Here's Giggs. Cross comes into a dangerous area. No one quite attacking it though, to here. Out to Hampson. Motto's having a great game. Tries to find the goal scorer Nyarkos as Nauskas cuts it out. Very early days, of course, but if Bournemouth could create some history tonight, that would be fantastic to get to the last 8 for the first time. The first 2 seasons they were involved, they finished group runners-up. They were knocked out in the last 16 by Newcastle in 2018 and then Nottingham Forest the year later in 2019. Kimboni for Bournemouth. Off leaves it. There's Sachtev with the pass. And it was a good win for Bournemouth in that last group game against Reading, because up to that point Reading had a 100% record in the competition. Nyarko's 2 goals both came in the second half. Amir Ali was also sent off for a second yellow card. Here's Stevens. Oh, lovely ball. What an intelligent chip over the top. Really well covered though in the end from Aaron Reid. As I was saying earlier, a lot of the ball in Bournemouth's half, first 7 or 8 minutes, they dealt with it well. And they've been excellent last 10 minutes, Bournemouth, ever since that goal. Starting to take control of this game now. It will be Finn Tonks again to take the throw. Can it get better? 2 strong teams though, because you've got Bournemouth, who are second in the Professional Development South group, and Sheffield United, who are top of the North. Out to William. Stevens. Kimboni, again, a win taking that ball a little bit further back than he would have wanted to, I think. So here to take the throw. First half, that's gone pretty quickly already. You're nearly at the halfway mark. This 7 PM kickoff, foul throw. He's not happy about it, but foul throw given. But for Bournemouth against Colchester, last time they were on their travels, a 2-1 defeat, which is Noah Bhutan getting on the score sheet for Bournemouth. Busy day for Bournemouth, busy 24 hours as well for the senior side, by the way, signing Rayan today from Vasco da Gama and goalkeeper Christos Mandas. The video of him as well, talking about how Buffon was an inspiration for him growing up. A little bit more about getting to know the new goalkeeper. Well worth checking out on social media. The AFC Bournemouth official Twitter account It's out to the left-hand side. To Sosnauskas. Cut out well. To Costa Gonzalez, whose brother Malcolm isn't involved today. Out to Merritt. Good to see 4 academy players though on the bench for the senior team again the last couple of matches. Here's William. Sadie back to Tonks. It's got potential, that ball. It's a really good ball. It's a brilliant pass, spread out towards Motto. To Christie. Christie's cross, won't find Nyarko. A difficult one though for Faxton to deal with. Lovely ball, he gets a appreciation for the cross as well. Christie's delivery, that just went away from a couple of them. To get a touch to it though, Faxton. Goes Bournemouth's way. We'll have a second corner of the evening. And again, especially in these conditions with the wind and the cross like that from Christie, a decent one. That's always going to cause problems for the goalkeeper. This Sadie again. Yeah, Bournemouth still well in control of this game though. After the first, as I say, first 5-10 minutes for Sheffield United had plenty of the ball. Bournemouth has seemed to be going from strength to strength. And it will be Finn Tonks to take the throw. So plenty of throws down this right hand side as we go into the last 20 minutes of the first half. Back from Stevens. Akinboni finds Merritt. There he is again, back to Christie. Motto to Sadie, keeps it in play. Deflects, goes out for another corner for Bournemouth. A third of the game now for the Cherries, who are starting to really crank up the pressure now. Let's have another look at that one again. Sadie trying to deliver in to the 6-yard box as Nauskas getting the vital touch. So 2 corners on the near side, now on the far. Sadie taking the first 2. Zach Christie taking this one. Who scored on his Premier League Cup debut in that 4-1 win against Hull City a few months ago. Or made his debut full stop, I should say. Christie to take the corner, so let's see what Bournemouth have got with this one. There's, I think, 5 in the box. They can cause some problems here. Foul there from Sadie. First card of the evening. He goes into the book. No hesitation from the referee. Taken too quickly, it's going to be retaken. The referee was still the yellow card out. So there's been about 13, 14 different goal scorers for Bournemouth then so far this season. That 4-1 win against Charlton a few weeks ago, there was 4 different scorers with Ethan Sills completing the scoring. Benny had a lot of the ball first 5 minutes. He's been kept quiet since though, and that's a ball which is too heavy in the end from Aaron Reid. Cherries defending well. Out to Tonks. Zach Giggs does well there. Also generally a winger and a fullback, Zach Giggs, but now converted to a midfielder as well. Certainly versatile for sure. A number of Cherries players are that versatility, including that man Dom Sadie, who can play in midfield or up front. It's more of an attacker. It's causing problems so far tonight. Finn Tonks to take the throw. Touch from Stevens. Beattie holds the ball up well. There was only going to be a matter of time before he won the free kick for the pull on the shirt. He does win the free kick. Sheffield United, I think you'll have to find other ways to try and break this Bournemouth defence down at the moment. Because at the moment, Cherries dealing with everything coming at them. As it goes back to Aston for Sheffield United. Oh, that's a brilliant ball though. And this could cause real problems if he can find the pass. Sashdev, this could be 1-1. Has he done too much? I think he has. Had that small chance just for a second to pull the trigger. Again, credit to the Cherries there. There's 4-5 in the box, isn't there, really? Stopping him from getting the shot away. Lovely ball, though, down the right-hand side. This is Nauskas to Sashdev. To Giggs. Well, Bournemouth were in a group with Reading and Hull and Birmingham. Beat Hull twice. Beat Reading once, having lost on the opening group game against Reading in Aldershot. And drew twice, and Bournemouth don't draw many games, but they drew both times against Birmingham. Once away from home in Stafford, and then at Tottenham. Here's Hampson. To his pass, this could be dangerous. Again, he had a small sight of goal, but only a split second. Beattie. Reed tries to return the favour. Cherries dealing with it well again. Here's Aston. This is Nauskas. Brilliant play in the end. Great defending from Akinboni. But this is the thing, Sheffield United pushing forward now, the space starting to open up. Here's Motto, he's got Merritt on the overlap. Merritt's making a good run, I think. Had he found him, that could have been a deja vu from the first goal there, but here come the Blades once more. Starting to become end-to-end now all of a sudden. Is he onside? Oh, he's offside. It was a lovely finish. The flag just goes up though just before. I know in Hampson, I think he probably saw in the corner of his eye the flag going up. Did look it, didn't it, at first? And that was confirmed by the flag. Let's have another look at that one again. Yeah, he did run too far in front of Akinboni there. Offside, flag went up. And Bournemouth survive. But that was an exciting 2 or 3 minutes there where all of a sudden it becomes end-to-end. Sheffield United will be expecting a lot more than what they've sort of produced last 20 minutes. It's Premier League Cup, which is contested by the under-21 squads from Category 1 and Category 2 sides. That's another foul throw. Sashdev there. So far so good for the Cherries. And the goal inside the first 10 minutes. A deep ball in from Alfie Merritt, headed in at a really difficult angle as well at the back post from Nyarko, separating these two teams. Over Sadi's head. There's Tonks. Tonks to Da Costa Gonzalez. Back to Alfie Merritt. Charlie Stevens has represented Wales at youth level. Here come Bournemouth again. Here's Tonks. Tonks has got options in front of him. Tonks comes back, this time to William. Lovely football, but just gets away from Da Costa Gonzalez, does it? Can't keep it in play. It just about does, but Sheffield United looking to get this ball forward. It's going to stop it from happening though, Harold William. Really great defending there. Here's Christie. And again, just that brief period where it became end-to-end. Bournemouth are starting to stop that from happening there with those challenges going in. Alan Connell will be delighted though so far with what his team have produced. Bournemouth, who in the league have won 9 out of their 15 games. They've lost 6, drawn none. But in the Premier League Cup, drawn twice, and they've only ever drawn one other time. That was against Hamble Club in the Hampshire Senior Cup, which resulted in Hamble Club winning on penalties. Here's Sosnauskas. Foul given there. That's William. So in terms of major chances for Sheffield United, not a lot really. There was that one that was ruled offside a few minutes ago. Lovely finish, but the flag did go up early. And we've seen, haven't we, the last 10-15 minutes, there's just a couple of small sights of goal for Sheffield United, which were only for a split second. Cherries defending well, and on the whole, Cherries have had a lot of control of this game so far. Goal kick, flicked on outside the 6-yard box. Despite those little periods from Sheffield United, as I say, the first 5 minutes without creating anything clear-cut, they had a lot of the ball in Bournemouth's half. And that little end-to-end moment for a few minutes. Apart from that, you'd say Cherries have been in control of this game, and they have a deserved 1-0 lead, you'd say. Not a hatful of clear-cut chances for either side, mind you. Here's Tahir. Hampson. This is going to be a chance, though. Oh, it's a brilliant save as well from Dixon there, from Beattie's shot. For a second, I thought that was heading into the bottom corner, but he saw to that brilliantly. It was Hampson who found Beattie. Still a difficult angle from there. Did well to get a hand to it, though, Danny Dixon. And it's a rare Sheffield United corner. Better, though, from the Blades. See what he can do with this corner. Headed up into the air from Sosnauskas. That's easily into the arms of Danny Dixon, who was the third choice goalkeeper for Cherries for the senior team against Burnley before Christmas. Here's Sadi. Good ball from Sadi, well played out to Merritt, who's got space. To Motto. Back to Merritt, those two linking up so well. And, could easily have ended up in the arms there of Nyarko, or into the head of Nyarko, I should say, after it fell out of the arms of Faxton for Sheffield United. Stevens was there wanting it as well. But, well, Hoff got this goalkeeper out of trouble there. Another Cherries corner. Sadie to take again. He was on the score sheet on his return to action after his loan spell. Looks to turn provider there, and there's Michael da Costa Gonzalez with a big chance. To be fair, there was a lot of Sheffield United shirts inside that 6-yard box. Let's have another look at that one again. Swung into a dangerous area. It's always going to be difficult for da Costa Gonzalez, though, I think, on that angle, to be able to turn and head that on target with 5 Sheffield United players in the 6-yard box. Sadie cuts it out with high press. So it's to Sheffield United after the challenge there from Giggs on the far side. AFCB TV, live coverage, development squad football with ESET, and delighted to say that we've been able to bring you every single development squad game this season and under 18s match without fail. Been great to be able to bring them all for you. The under 18s going well as well this season as Sadie. This is Nauskas for Sheffield United. Well done to Cherries women as well on Sunday afternoon. That 3-0 win at Swindon. That was at the county ground in the National League Cup. So they've now booked a place in the last 4 where they'll play West Bromwich Albion, Cherries women. Head on from Aston. Offside. Flag goes up. Nearly had the ball in the net for a second time. There's Beattie, who made the run. The flag went up pretty quickly again. So 2 offsides. And credit to William and Akinbody on both occasions. Playing well there with the offside trap, and a good game plan so far. So far so good in terms of the way Bournemouth are approaching this game here. Cut out though. There's Giggs with a pass. Another chance for Sheffield United, and there's Dixon who makes a save. It was a ball in from the left from Aston. Well, Aston's looking dangerous on that left-hand side. Bene wanted it. So too did Beattie. But they're looking quite dangerous when they get in that final third, but William and Akinbody are looking very solid for AFC Bournemouth. Another reminder, if you are just tuning in, this will be decided tonight. A place in the quarter-finals of the Premier League Cup up for grabs. But if it's a draw, which Bournemouth will be hoping isn't the case, then extra time and then potentially penalties. But it's not heading that way as things stand. Flicked on. Away from William. Hampson. To here. Aston to Reed. Just a difficult, I think it had a bit of pace on that pass for Beattie. Sheffield United get themselves back into the game last 5 minutes though. They're starting to move up another level, but then all the while there's going to be gaps opening up on the other end, and Bournemouth will be looking to take advantage, especially when you've got someone like Kobe Motto on that left-hand side. Comes back to Stevens. Here's Sadie. Wins the free kick. A foul on Sadie, and a reminder that at half-time we will be going through the main highlights of the first half, so stay tuned for that. Half-time into this game. Another chance to look back at the Cherries goal, of which it was a good one, a good delivery. Maybe a second, you never know if they can take advantage here. Can't imagine there'll be too many minutes of stoppage time. Christie and Sadie, the two, stood over it. Sadie's cross, going to come back to Stevens. Christie, good delivery. Oh, just away in between the two of them. Including Harold William, who wins the header. Won't find Christie. Does find Merritt. Thrown into Sheffield United, goes the home side's way. So 2 minutes for Bournemouth to try and go in 1-0 up at the break. Bournemouth next in action on Monday afternoon. 1 PM kickoff. Cardiff at home. We'll have live coverage of that one. And then a week later, Queen's Park Rangers away. Both in the league. That one's a 7 PM kickoff on a Tuesday night. That's on February the 10th. And a home game against Swansea. Borrowed forward from William. Hampson. This is Nauskas. Hoff finds Reed. Giggs. But he goes for the cross. Won't find his man though. Dixon does well to stop that from going out for a corner kick. I think they'll just take their time here, Bournemouth, just to try and go in front by that one goal. They'll certainly take it. Alan Connell will certainly take it. Especially against a team that haven't lost for nearly 3 months. No free kick given. Here's Beattie. Beattie finds Benny. Maybe one last chance for the home side here before half-time. Here's Hampson. Aston's delivery. Tonks heads clear. Giggs goes for the header. Hoff. Giggs with the chip. Merritt with the header. It's going to be a last chance of the half. And it's going to come via way of a Sheffield United corner. Again, Aston with the corner. And volleyed. Oh, that wasn't far off at all. Inches away for Sheffield United to equalise right on the stroke of half-time. It was Giggs with the touch, the final touch for the Blades. Could easily have gone in off the bar. Bournemouth survive. And will look to get the job done for the final 45 minutes. And that will be that for half-time. And brilliant stuff from Bournemouth, who've played well. They've been good value for their lead so far. Stay tuned because we'll have the highlights in a minute for you at half-time of the best of the action. You'll see in a second that lovely delivery from the left-hand side as Merritt ran in. And well, I'll let you see for yourself in a second. A lovely header, though, at the far post. This live stream with ESET in York in the Premier League Cup. AFC Bournemouth looking to reach the quarter-finals for the first time. They've reached the last 16 twice, once against Newcastle, once against Nottingham Forest, and at the Silver Lake Stadium in Eastleigh they reached the last 16, but they lost 3-2 to Leeds a couple of seasons ago. But let's see what the second half can bring for AFC Bournemouth. That goal in the first half and they will hope that it doesn't go to extra time and penalties and they can get the job done in 90 minutes. We'll be back in just under 15 minutes time. In the meantime, enjoy the highlights at half time in York. It is Sheffield United 0, Bournemouth 1.
Yeah, so far so good. All the people commenting to be Ryan. The gamma. We'll go about that. Yeah. They're going to get an equaliser. Just no. 89. Just tell the way the game's going now. Yeah. Yeah, I can chill. But it looks fine for me. Yeah, I've no warning, so. Yeah. No, it's good.
Everything going to plan so far for AFC Bournemouth with that 1-0 lead. Usually Nyarko's header at the back post of an Alfie Merritt cross as the Cherries looking to reach the quarter-finals of the Premier League Cup for the first time in their history. And a change has been made at half-time. Ethan Sills has come onto the pitch for the Cherries. Ethan Sills, who was on the score sheet last time against Charlton a couple of weeks ago, scoring that final goal in the 4-1 win. And he's onto the pitch now, having scored himself in the Premier League Cup against Hull. So Sills is on. Let's see what the Cherries can do if they can build on this 1-0 lead, which was a brilliant team move and was scored inside the first 10 minutes. So Ethan Sills is on the pitch. Comes back to Tonks. And in fact, she goes out for a throw for Sheffield United. So there's Merritt. Just put Motto away. And there's Stevens. So the one change, Sheffield United unchanged in the second half as he's headed away from the Arco and out for another throw for the Blades. So here to take the throw for Sheffield United. There's not one team that's won this competition twice. It's in the 13th year, and every single season there's been a brand new winner. I don't want to get too carried away, but AFC Bournemouth are about to... Could they do that themselves, become a new winner in the competition? Obviously a long, long way to go. Sheffield United will be hoping to do the same, with the place in the last 8 up for grabs. So Merritt goes back to a centre-back position. Goes back again. Faxton for Sheffield United. A bit of heavy touch there in the end there from Hoff. And another reminder, it will be extra time and penalties if Sheffield United find an equaliser. Cherries will be hoping that isn't the case tonight. This live stream with ESETS, AFCB TV. Ian Wilding, a windy, cold night in York. That goes out to Aston. Confirmation is Akinboni, who's come off for Bournemouth at half-time for Ethan Sills. So it's like changing personnel in terms of where everybody's playing now, with Merritt dropping to centre-back with William. Those two defending so well as a partnership, those two, Akinboni and Harold William in the first half. This is Nauskas. But how it works in this competition, as Beattie in possession, is the side who finishes top of their group has home advantage. As it's aimed up towards Beattie, Sills heads clear. So because Sheffield United topped their group with 6 wins in 6 and Bournemouth finished second, he's the winners of one group against the runners-up of the other. Bournemouth themselves had home advantage when they picked up 16 points from a possible 18 in 2024. There's Beattie. Before their defeat against Leeds United in the last 16, as comes back again to Benny. Motto won't get there, neither will Owen Hampson. It was Queen's Park Rangers actually who beat Brentford 3-1 last season in the final to win the competition. West Ham winning the first ever edition. Good pass. Good again though, won't find Giggs a second time. Foul on Da Costa Gonzalez, free kick to the Cherries. It'll be interesting to see how they approach the second half here, Bournemouth. How attacking they go. See the more Sheffield United push forward. They are excellent on the breakaway with Kobe Motto particularly. And it's Motto with a pass. There's Tonks with a cross. Finds Nyarko and it's just cut out before Motto could get the shot away. Thought for a second that was going to be 2. Comes back to Sills. Motto. 9 goals for him so far this season. Back to Sills. Sills delivery. It won't find Nyarko, who is running in looking for his brace. Does find Tonks. Still a chance. Sills with a shot. What was the instruction from Alan Connell? Second half, get out the traps quickly, get at them in the second half. That's what Cherries are looking to do here. Sills throw. Sashdeb to Faxton. Merritt. Sadie, good one touch, lovely football to Costa Gonzalez, cut out. Faxton's clearance, flicked on to Beattie. William to Costa Gonzalez. Tonks to Stevens. There's Nyarko. Got it again, just can't find Stevens. But again, Bournemouth asking a lot of questions here. There's the old cliche, attack, best form of defence. Benny now for Sheffield United. Well, when you look at Sheffield United, so many top quality players have come through their academy. And if you're looking for a connection with both, none other than David Brooks coming through for his move to the Cherries. Here's Giggs. Found there on Stevens. Second yellow card of the evening is going to be produced. This time it comes in the way of Hoff, who gets the yellow card for that foul. When it comes to actual players who've broken through and played for England, Phil Jagielka springs to mind, Kyle Walker, Harry Maguire will come through the Sheffield United Academy. Here's William with the clearance. Now here's Motto. Again finds Hampson. Cut out well from William. Here's Christie. So Christie finds Motto. He's had a lot of space down that left-hand side all evening, Kobe Motto. Can he take advantage here? He's got Nyarko in the middle. He finds Nyarko, and that was an inch away. And that was so close to being 2. And again, we just see you just get on the edge of your seat when Kobe Motto gets the ball in that position. Whisker away. Didn't know a great deal about it. Couldn't do much about it, really, in truth. Eugene Nyarko scored a great goal with a header in the first half, but he misses the target there in the second. The Cherries still have this narrow lead in York in the Premier League Cup. So a bit of stoppage here. He's going to receive some treatment. First real stoppage of the game, really, to be honest. Here with Eset, that goal inside the first 10 minutes. And just a chance for Alan Connell there to regroup with his players and give them some instructions. As for Sheffield United, their academy is run by Jack Lester, the former Sheffield United and Grimsby striker. Scored 12 league goals in 44 games many moons ago for the Blades. Derek Geary coaching the under-18s. But in a way, Bournemouth is a chance to regroup, but they didn't really have to, particularly with this injury now to the Sheffield United player, because it was Bournemouth who were asking the questions, Sheffield United who were more under the cosh. But it's going to be a fairly lengthy stoppage, this one. As I say, the first half flowed pretty much. There was just the 1 minute of stoppage time. Just a word on the women's team. Real Bedford away to come in the National League South on Sunday afternoon. Good luck to the Cherries women. Then Wimbledon at home and Oxford away. In fact, that's actually been rearranged next weekend. So it's West Bromwich Albion in the semi-finals. So it won't be Real Bedford in the National League South. My apologies. That's been rearranged for the cup tie and that was a last-minute change after the Cherries, after their game when they beat Swindon at the weekend. So a last-minute change for Bournemouth women instead. So they'll be in cup action in the National League Cup. So a long old stoppage this one. This has been going on for 3 or 4 minutes. We will regain or get this game restarted again then. Interesting to see what this is going to do for the pattern of the game, really, the next few minutes. See how it shapes up. There's Tahir. William, back to Merritt. Here is Ethan Sills. So the best chance of the second half really has fallen to Bournemouth. That ball in from the left-hand side from Motto. It just came off the knee of Nyarko, who tried to guide that on target. As Tonks comes back to William. Christie. Can he get round Hoff? Got booked earlier on in the second half. Just gets the clearance in. Bournemouth looking to carry on as they left off before that stoppage. And here's the danger man, Kobe Motto. Motto's delivery, and Tonks is running in. Goal kick. But really you expect, after half-time, Sheffield United to be the side that really attacks Bournemouth. But really it's Bournemouth who have been, again, since half-time, really pushing at Sheffield United as the home side about to make their first double change of the night. Whatever Alan Connell said to them at half-time, he'll be delighted with the response and the way they've come out in the second half. Sashdev is coming off for Sheffield United. Okieri is coming on. And the £8 million man who signed for Ipswich for that amount is on loan and been injured. Comes off. Benny comes off. And Siem Abraha is coming on for Sheffield United. As we approach the hour mark, double change. One change for Bournemouth so far. That came at half-time with Ethan Sills coming on the pitch. Bournemouth half an hour away now from getting the job done. Off clears. Ball down well from Aston. Then the push from Aston. So here heads on for Sheffield United. There's Stevens. Cut out, here's Aston. Just slowing down a tad now, I think, with the substitutions and the injury all happening within the last 5-10 minutes. Aimed up towards Beattie. Alfie Merritt, who developed from a young age at the New Forest Football Academy. We're talking about versatility. He is just as comfortable there in that position, centre back as left back. Again, you can rely on him and Harold William together. Here's Hampson. So the competition's been going since 2013, the Premier League Cup. It's just too far for Stevens there with a pass. Through ball. Cut out there from Nyarko. But there were a couple of seasons where there were no winners. That was during the COVID period. Sheffield United, as I say, yet to win the competition. Last time they won the Development League was back in 2017. Here's Sosnauskas. Cut out brilliantly to Motto. High pressing really well tonight, Bournemouth. Cut out there from Akiri, the substitute. There's Harold William with a pass. Donta Christie. Just cut out in the end from Giggs. Does well there for Sheffield United. There's Da Costa Gonzalez. Steals to Motto. Tries to return the favour. Has cut out though. Abraham, there's another pass there to Sills. He's got options. One of them, Stevens. Sadie. And Sills' cross. So when you look at the group stages for Bournemouth, nearly 2 points a game. Pretty good going with those 11 points from 6 matches. They're unbeaten in 5 in this competition. It did look ominous after the first game, to be honest, when they lost to Reading late on. Since then, they're yet to lose. And as I said in the first half, Sheffield United, all 6 games, they've won every single game, Sheffield United, so far this season. They have it all to do at the moment, and against good game plan for the Cherries second half as well. Playing well. Here's Christie. Aimed up towards Nyarko. That's cleared from Sosnauskas. Sadie again. Free kick given to the Cherries. And really, they were playing well up to the stoppage and the substitutions, Bournemouth. And they're carrying it on. They're continuing to make life difficult for Sheffield United. That's a yellow card for Giggs. Just the way they're playing, it's perfect for Alan Connell. He'll be delighted because Sheffield United just can't really get it out of their own half to get on the attack at the moment. Just need that second goal to really calm things down. And it's going to be Da Costa Gonzalez to take the free kick. Well, I don't know what a left foot he's got. It's quite some distance. Oh, and a whisker away. Well, I did think at first that is ambitious and where that is to find the target. But I'll tell you what, that was not far off at all. And as soon as he hits it, you think, at first that's heading in. Just away it goes. And that would have been a crucial goal for the Cherries in their push for the quarter-finals. And again, they're continuing to press. Sheffield United, again, playing it around the back. Finding it difficult. Because they're not giving them a second on the ball at the moment. But he might get there, does he? No. Good goalkeeping again from Dixon in the Cherries goal. Beattie tried to get there ahead of him. He won't. And we're already halfway through the second half now. This live match with ESET this evening. Over 20 games Bournemouth development squad have been involved in this season. The games have been coming in thick and fast. Here's Hoff. This is Nauskas. Hoff keeps it in play. Here's Giggs. Still Giggs. Still they come. And they're attacking well, keeping it in their own half. And when Sheffield United on the attack, see your blue shirts in there. Here's Reed. Defending again, cut out. This is Nauskas again to Hoff for Sheffield United. Back to Faxton. Here's Reed. Aston. Just gets away from Beattie. Well, they get more and more frustrated as the half goes on if things stay as they are. I think professional is the best way to describe Bournemouth's performance so far. Been excellent so far tonight. Sheffield United's last win coming a couple of weeks ago, a 1-0 win at Huddersfield. Disappointed with that clearance, so out for a throw for the Blades. That was after that draw against, or before the draw against Crewe. And it ended that winning run of 7 matches for the Blades. Hoff for Sheffield United. Sadie. You had that loan spell at Carlisle as well last season. Dom Sadie, a couple of years ago now when he made his Senior League Cup debut against Norwich and provided an assist, but this could get better for Bournemouth here. And Stevens with the effort. But really, since half-time, there's been 2 or 3 good chances for Bournemouth to extend the lead. That's one of them. The best still falling for Nyarko. The crossing from Kobe Motto. And say all the good chances have come in the second half for Bournemouth. And that free kick, which just whistled an inch wide of the post 5 minutes ago from Da Costa Gonzalez. Here's Aston. They're not going to keep it in place. So a lot of balls being a bit wayward, a bit too long for Sheffield United. I think that's credit to Bournemouth again. As I said, they haven't given them any time on the ball. Substitution about to be made here. I think Stevens is making way here. And Balraj Landa is the man who's coming on. Double change. Also coming off for Bournemouth is going to be Zach Christie. Johnny Day making his comeback for the Cherries. Great to see him back on the pitch, Johnny Day, who scored all those goals in the first 2 or 3 months of the season. And we've seen him a couple of times score a couple of goals. He scored 2 against Sheffield Wednesday, 2 against Coventry, 2 against Huddersfield. It'll be a crucial goal if he can get on the score sheet tonight and really kill this game off. At the moment, it's still a narrow lead for the Cherries. So Landa and Day on. There is Day. There's a lot of firepower now in that team, though, with Nyarko, Landa, Day, Costa Gonzalez. Tonk's throw. Chance from Day to Motto. Good play from Motto. Can he get the shot away? That's blocked. He's got Sills in support. There's Landa. William. Cuts out, and now this could be dangerous here. If Beattie, not much in support at the moment, he might have to go it alone. He tries to, he won't be able to, and to be fair, Bournemouth just cutting out that option for him in the end. He had Abraham in support. But the way Bournemouth are tracking back there with 5 men behind the ball, so difficult for Beattie. Good defending again. Here is Giggs. Zach Giggs. And again, Sosnauskas with a pass. Chip forward. Can he get in there? No, he can't. Dixon's had a great game tonight. Oh, lovely trickery, though. Brilliant stuff. That was Aston, who couldn't find the delivery. Here's Hoff to Giggs. To Reed. Back to Giggs. Giggs again. To Aston. Back to Reed. Can't quite find the cross at the moment. Eventually they do. Does bobble around. This could be a chance. Oh, big chance. Big chance to equalise there. From the substitute, Siem Abraham. Wow. If ever there was an opportunity for Sheffield United to get back into the game, this was the chance of the game, you'd say, for Sheffield United. Just needed to find the targets. But I think the way it bounced up, it made it difficult for him to drive that low. Bournemouth survive. There's Landa. There's Motto now. Still Motto. Day's crying out for it. He won't find Day, but he does find the... Well, he finds the foot there of Da Costa Gonzalez. And again, every time he's got the ball, he takes his man on and manages to get that cross in, Motto. But again, it's just the way it fouled to Da Costa Gonzalez. He couldn't bring that down. Big chance. So one big chance for Sheffield United. One just as big for Bournemouth 2 minutes later. Really starts to open up now. During a time when we had changes and an injury where it did slow down quite a bit. But now, the pace has picked up. Here's Giggs. 15 to play. Challenge comes in from Da Costa Gonzalez. Here's Reed. Nauskas there, won't find his man. There's Sills. Starts to become a bit nervy now for Bournemouth. Here's Aston. Day fouled from Sam Aston, so that's exactly what Bournemouth need. I think a little message from Dom Sally there to his teammates just to calm things down, because it felt like that's exactly what Bournemouth needed at this stage during a frantic 5 minutes or so. Just a free kick or a throw to go in their direction. That's what's happened now. Nyarko's header. Offside. Flag goes up. Free kick. Beattie was offside. So QPR were the last winners of this competition. Before that, Fulham, Brentford, West Brom and Everton. Other winners, West Ham, Reading, Swansea, Aston Villa and Southampton since 2013. Neither Bournemouth or Sheffield United have won it before. Still hoping to avoid extra time, the Cherries. Goes out to Merritt. Pass to Sills. Stays onside, does he? Yes, he does. Here's Day. Could he make things more comfortable here with an assist? Comes back to Sills. Sills cross. And Lander and Motto there just both hesitating. Comes back to Day. Can Day find the finish? He can't quite. But there we go. That's a second goal for the Cherries. And a second goal for Nyarko. And Bournemouth are on the brink now of their first ever quarter-final in the Premier League Cup. It deflects along the way. And Cherries can almost touch it. That quarter-final place in the Premier League Cup. And again, all the credit has to go on that left-hand side originally from Johnny Day, who put the cross into an area, and you kind of felt, even though Sheffield United were having chances, if anyone was going to score a second, it felt like it was going to be Bournemouth with the pressure they were putting on. And Day with the shot originally, and it deflects along the way, and he'll be delighted for the second time in a row to have got his brace, Nyarko. Takes a big deflection off Sanauskas along the way, but it was going on target anyway from Nyarko's shot. And the chances of Bournemouth getting this job done after 90 minutes is looking more and more likely now. Could it get better? Really professional performance, an excellent performance, clinical as well. Comes back to William. To Tonks. Lovely flick on, it's getting better. They're playing with confidence now. Lander back to Day. And again, brilliant link-up play there between those two. Lovely, he left it brilliantly there, didn't he, Lander? Another touch from Day. Day wanted it back, and he does well to play it back to him, but again, it's one of those, as soon as you hit it, you knew it was sailing over the bar. But Bournemouth getting closer. Only 2 teams have beaten Sheffield United this season. Are Bournemouth about to become the 3rd? Sheffield United about to make another change here. Off comes Giggs, who was already booked in the second half. Charlie Bolmer coming on for him. The job's not done yet, but whoever does get to the quarterfinals, once you get to that last 8, really anything can happen. And when you're a Category 2 team as well, it's a great achievement. Both of these sides, Category 2 teams, to get into the last 8. Big 5 minutes, though, for the Cherries now. To just keep doing what they've been doing, really. Keep it camped in Sheffield United's half. Eugene Nyarko scoring both of Bournemouth's goals. Here's Hampson. Half now for Sheffield United. Over to Costa Gonzalez's head. Back to Nyarko. There's Motto on the chase there. He's not going to get there. Faxton. Cut out by Sadie. Tonks to Lander. Plays the through ball there to Beattie. Beattie's got Bolmer in the penalty area. Still Beattie. Chipped in, and oh, what a brilliant save that is. That is a top-class save there from Dixon, who's been brilliant all evening from the head of Charlie Bolmer, one of his first touches since coming off the bench. Looked for all the world that was going to be a goal and game on. Brilliant save from Danny Dixon, who's been immense tonight. And that will calm some nerves again. Shot comes in, deflects along the way, and there we go. It's a goal for Sheffield United. Aaron Reid with the original strike, deflects. There's Reid, and just after that great save, you just think if they could just see that bit out, it takes a deflection along the way. Might have even come off the foot of Sosnauskas, but either way, the shot from the edge of the box originally was from Reid. And Sheffield United have got themselves back into the game. And just when you think that's safe from Dixon there, you just think, is it one of those where Sheffield United start to think, is it just not going to be their night? And they pop up with that. Well, it's come alive again, hasn't it? Here's Tonks. Da Costa Gonzalez. Just in and out. Here's Motto. And still. Back to Lander. Da Costa Gonzalez. To Motto. There's a Sheffield United player on the floor at the moment. Referee allowing it to play on. I think it's Abraham on the floor for the Blades. 5 to go, but I think we will have a bit of stoppage time here because of this injury now and an injury earlier on in the second half and a fair few substitutions. So it might be 5 minutes of normal time, but you would imagine Bournemouth have got 11 or 12 minutes still to hold on to this lead. Could be a long night. But it won't be if Bournemouth can just see this job out, and they are getting closer. Despite that shot from the edge of the penalty area, which deflected from Aaron Reid's strike on the edge of the box. So it's 1-0 at half-time. A brace from Nyarko, one a header, the other a deflected shot after the original strike was saved from Johnny Day's shot. There will be a winner one way or another tonight. At the moment, it's Bournemouth. But you just think, don't you, there's going to be a chance, a big chance, you'd imagine, for either side between now and full time. And is Sosnauskas on the floor receiving some treatment. The last stoppage went on for about 3 or 4 minutes. There's Nyarko holding his hip for Bournemouth. So there's still some... This is going to go some distance still, this match. There's 7 p.m. kickoff. I don't know if that's going to be the end of his night. Sheffield United have already made 3 changes, with Okiere also coming on for the Blades. He looks like he's in a bit of pain here for sure. Might be forced into a change here in York. That dream of the Cherries to get to the quarterfinals for the first time in the Premier League Cup just put on hold slightly with that goal for the Blades. Sills throw. Foul throw again. Not for the first time tonight, but there's another throw to be taken from McKerry, the substitute for Sheffield United. Still looking to keep that unbeaten record, Sheffield United, intact and carry it on for 3 months. Throw for the Blades. Bournemouth have scored plenty of goals in this competition. They scored 4 goals twice against Hull. They scored 2 against Reading. Scored 2 against Birmingham. And they scored 2 here tonight in the knockout stages of the Premier League Cup. And they were well in control at 2-0 up, but that goal a few minutes ago giving Sheffield United some hope. It just adds to the agony when you don't see the board, so you don't know how many minutes are going to be added on. Sure, that message will filter through to Alan Connell very quickly, though, on the touchline. How many minutes of stoppage time will be added? Just here in the commentary box, you've got absolutely no idea. As to the suspense, here's Lander. Almost like goes back to the old days when you're watching a game and you've got no idea how many stoppage time minutes to be added on. Here's Lander again. Sosnauskas clears. Here's Sadie. William can't quite get the ball off him. Here's a chance though. Here's Beattie. Beattie's delivery cut out. Nervy for a second, as I say. As I said a minute ago, someone's going to get a big chance from somewhere. You would imagine. Maybe Cherries on the breakaway, but either so, this is a lot nervy than it would have been, or what we thought it was going to be. 7 or 8 minutes to go. Aston's throw. Into an area. This is a big chance there at the back post, and Beattie's there with the header. 7 minutes of added time indicated from the fourth official. So it does turn out maybe at the knockout stages we do find out how many minutes of added time there's going to be. 7 minutes. I think it's the first time this season I've watched a development squad game and been able to find out how many minutes, so that's a bonus. 7 minutes added. Probably about the amount that we thought was going to be the case. Headed away. Headed left from Sosnauskas, who was okay after picking up that injury a few minutes ago. Alan Connell there with those instructions. Last 6 minutes of added time to go. Won't find Beattie. Sheffield United pushing for that equaliser, which would extend the night. Long from Sosnauskas. This is dangerous. If he can find a Sheffield United shirt, he can't. It's away from Sills. There's a foul from Motto, is it? No, referee plays on. Another chance. It was square from Aaron Reid, who had that shot that resulted in the goal, that deflected strike from the edge of the penalty area. Foul from Motto. Free kick goes Sheffield United's way. It's still going to be all one-way traffic, you would imagine. It's just how Bournemouth deal with this remaining 5 minutes of stoppage time. Delighted to bring this live stream with ESET tonight. It's been nervy. Well, it is nervy now anyway. It's been exciting. We've had goals, 3 of them. The Cherries led 1-0 at half-time. Then he went 2-0 up. Away from Johnny Day. Still Sheffield United come. Beattie wants the free kick. Doesn't get it. Bournemouth win the throw instead. This for Alan Connell and everyone on the pitch out there for the Cherries. This is going to seem like an eternity, these 3 minutes. For Sheffield United, it will have flown by. It does seem to be going on quite a long time. Headed on from William. Can he get there the second time? He does. It's just a case at the moment. Just getting the ball in their half. Anywhere will do. They can't quite get control of it enough to win a free kick or take it to the corner at the moment. Here's Hampson. To Reid. Hampson again. A chance here for Hoff. Aston. Hampson. That looks like a good delivery. Might find Beattie. And he does find Beattie. And again, going for the spectacular. But he won't be able to produce that. Came off the foot originally there of Kobe Motto. He got there ahead of even Sills. He won't always flying over though. And that's exactly what Bournemouth want. Not just does it go over the bar, but all the way down towards the far side. Which will give Danny Dixon more time to pick that ball up. So 2.5 minutes then. That's all Bournemouth have got to hold on. Is there going to be one last chance? We've seen really in stoppage time 2 good chances for Bournemouth. One was that one. And the other, another deep ball in, which was headed over the bar, but he's offside, is he? I think he is offside, which is fortunate. Second time Sheffield United have had the ball in the back of the net that's been ruled offside. High in mouth stuff for a second. Beattie's offside. Cherries will be desperately hoping that was the last chance of the evening.
Do you know what? That's tight. That's tight.
Merritt's clearance.
Seth's made contact on the ball. It's tight. He's not 100%. He's tight.
Tahir's throw. Certainly anywhere will do right now for Bournemouth. It's now or never for Sheffield United. Headed on from Beattie. This is a chance though for Tahir. Off Merritt. Everyone up for Sheffield United. Aston to take the throw. A goal now to force it to extra time. Headed on and very so close there. It nearly found Beattie. Still they're going to try. You just thought for a second, a minute ago when that ball went over the bar, that would be it for chances. But God, an inch away from finding Beattie there. Aston now with the throw. Seconds remain. Aston's long throw. Dealt with from Sills. Is there going to be time to launch this into the box, I wonder, or will that be it? Faxton's clearance, that's good for Bournemouth, that will do. He's got Motto to his left, this really would seal it, he can't quite. That might just be enough to get the job done though for Bournemouth. And Ethan Sills will be in no rush to take this. Sills' throw. Still no whistle. Still no whistle. That will be the whistle. That is it. And AFC Bournemouth are into the quarterfinals of the Premier League Cup for the first time in their history. It's been a brilliant achievement. They've tried 3 times in the past in the last 16 to get through and not managed it. They've done it tonight. Not only have they done that, but they've beaten a Sheffield United side who hadn't lost before today since early November. It's been a brilliant achievement for Bournemouth to get that win. 4th of November against Wigan, the last time Sheffield United lost. They went into this game having drawn their last game but had won 7 in a row before tonight. But a brilliant performance from Bournemouth. It was very professional. Sheffield United did well at the end, kept pushing and gave themselves some hope. But it wasn't enough. And generally, a brilliant professional performance from the Cherries. And credit to Nyarko, who not only scored 1 in the first half, he scored a second in the second half. His header took a deflection. 2 deflected goals in the second half. But AFC Bournemouth get the job done. Their first game this season in the knockout stages. And they keep moving on. This time into the quarterfinals. Who knows how far they could go. I know you can dream, can't you? But 2 wins away from the final now for AFC Bournemouth. And they have done it brilliantly in York. Thank you very much for watching tonight with ESET. Pleasure to bring this for you this evening. A goal in the first half, a goal in the second for the Cherries, a goal back for Sheffield United. But it is Bournemouth who go through to the quarterfinals. Full time, Sheffield United 1, AFC Bournemouth 2.